The final countdown with Steve and Seth McKinney, presented by La Casa Tequila, raised in Aggieland, rooted in the SEC. We got a freaking sponsor.
Hell yeah.
That's how we've grown up?
I don't know.
Man.
What'd you want?
I don't know, something better, but I'll take it.
You want a shot of tequila right now?
I didn't sponsor. I'm not talking about that.
What's wrong with you?
No, he said we grew up. Like, how did we grow up? I didn't realize it was because of the sponsor.
What'd you think it was?
I don't know. Maybe we're all looking very nice, mature.
Speak for yourself.
Respectable.
Speak for yourself. Nuno's got I called it the LBR earlier.
What's
the
that?
Little boy regular. By the way, I've got, during the break, Steve, I have a whole list
Oh, here we go.
Grievances to hit Seth with. And then his first...
let me get a tennis ball.
His first grievance was to say, I complain too much. Well, that's the whole point of grievances. They are complaints. And I was going to file them formally, but I'll just leave it at one.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
Steve, you know this, and he'll deny it. We went to Yellowstone, and every single creature... sight, every single thing that we saw.
That you were there to see, like cool stuff
like,
you don't see here.
There's a bear in the woods about 400 to 500 pounds.
Right.
30-second grizzly is what I've nicknamed him. If he started a band, his band name would be 30-second grizzly.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
There was almost a riot out there in the middle of Yellowstone. I got people behind me honking at me.
There's the grizzly. There's the grizzly. Yeah, Evan's yelling at the guy. It's a bleepity bleep national park, man. Come on. They're yelling.
I'm nervous. I don't know what to do. First, I don't know if the bear's going to come attack me. I'm
outside the car filming the grizzly.
Oh, you're that guy. You got outside the car.
But I'm going like this because the car's right here, and then I notice Seth isn't following me, and I look, and he's 20 yards away, and the bear's like 20 yards away. They're arguing with some guy that's yelling at him.
This is how Faces of Death videos exactly right here.
They're yelling at him to get out of the road. So then we see like a moose and her baby right when we get there, and we're like from us to Reese over there, and Seth's like, okay, here, let's get a selfie with him and keep going. Let's go.
That's enough of that.
We don't see an up close.
It was an inner city moose. It wasn't even a rural moose. I mean, it was just right there hanging out.
Not even a rural moose.
It was a domesticated moose.
That's funny.
Which could be your other band name.
Domesticated moose.
Nice. I'll take that one.
Last time we did this, right before the Texas game, I think we were all very depressed after that one.
We all picked A&M in that one, I'm sure.
What is the vibes, the mood, how you feel about this season? Have you recycled your thoughts? Where are you with A&M? We'll start off with you, Seth.
All right. Yeah, I've completely recycled my thoughts and taking a big look at what we've got going on this year. You've got a whole entire offensive line that's returning. It's got a full year of starting and playing with one another under their belt. They're going to be better. You've got Marcel with the year under his belt, better. Le'Veon is back and healthy. He's going to be better. You look at our receivers, we've improved that crew with the transfers that we've got, with the speed. The tight end position is going to be better and more mature with Theo and the transfers that we've got. You get the linebackers all back. The DBs are back. I mean, the D-line was unproductive last year, and we've got a new batch of people up there, and I think we call that a wash. So overall, I'm very optimistic, and I'm looking forward to this season. And I think it's going to be a really good year for us. We have a tougher schedule than we did last year, so that's the big unknown to me.
Agree with that.
That was
Steve.
Okay. Well, I would say.
Well,
I mean, just bringing the negativity on the D line. Jeez, man.
I was just thinking.
I'm bringing the negativity on last year's D line, not this year.
I didn't realize he was going position by position. I agree with everything you said. We've talked all offseason. You just summarized it in like a sentence. I think.
It's a Reader's Digest.
I think they should be better. They won't be because we know how football works, but they should. And watching them for a month and just everything you said, like just common sense part of it, but between the additions, between what I've seen, like I think they're better at every position. My question is D-line. I don't think they were terrible at all on the D-line last year, but I don't think they were great. So it's not like the bar is unattainable. And then like you said, with that said, I know this football team's better. My question is, I got two, and number one is I've been saying it: run, stop, run, stop, run, stop. How are they going to hold up against teams like Notre Dame? What Texas tried to do to them last year, what South Carolina did. That's my biggest question mark / concern, just because the way we're built and what we're replacing. And then the other thing is, and Marcel's improvement is a big question, but I almost leave that out because that's damn near every team in the conference this year. Mm-hmm. My other thing is, Seth, you nailed it. Like, the schedule gets, to me, a lot tougher. And does the team's improvement mirror or exceed that? Mm-hmm. That's what I don't know. That's what I can't wait to see. And we're going to find out a lot of it, I think, in September with Notre Dame on the road, tough game. Auburn coming in, one of those teams that we expect will be better than last year.
Yeah. I would say, my take on, not to just echo everything you guys have said, at the end of the season, I was pretty disgusted with the way the season ended. It was hard to get motivated to believe that this team was going to be a better 10-win type team after the way they finished. But as the offseason's gone on, as I've slowly sipped the Kool-Aid, I've continued to be more positive and have higher hopes for this season. And I think really what it comes down to for me personally is I look at this team, and they've added some good pieces. I think they've added some nice receivers and guys that are going to be explosive in the passing game, is the amount of production coming back and just the amount of veterans that are going to be on this team, and especially up front on the offensive line. To me, when you can, in college football especially, when you bring back a team with that many veterans on it, you make yourself a threat to winning any kind of championship, whether it's SEC or even national championship, because you take an offensive line with that much experience, a quarterback with a year under his belt, 2 running backs with experience, and now you've added these pieces at receiver. You have an offense that's made to go in and win some big games on the road. And that's what we're going to have to do this year, whether it's during the season or even in the playoffs.
That's that's an outstanding point. That and I think having a veteran quarterback that's like Marcel was 0-2 down the stretch in road games last year, but Marcel also, in his first career start, went into the swamp and won. Yep. He went into Jerry World, made plays in the fourth quarter when they won a close game there. He led a team back from 17-3 down at South Carolina and take the lead at night. And again, it's a 4-quarter game. I'm not saying, like, give this guy a trophy but he showed poise and resiliency in the face of that South Carolina sandstorm. And then he did the same thing at Auburn, where he really played well enough for them to win that game, led them on what should have been a game-winning drive after being down 21-0. So this guy's battle-tested. He's shown that he can handle the environment. And like you said, that veteran offensive front, damn, man. And by the way, on the D-line, a lot of that, too, we're talking about Albert Regis, seniors played a ton. DJ Hicks, Jr., played a lot of football. Cassius Howell, senior, played a ton of college football. He's in year 2 at A&M. Rylan Kennedy's in year 3. TJ Searcy's a veteran from Florida. Dayon Hayes is in, I think they were joking with him the other day, he's 24 years old. So at least this is not a young group on the D-line either. So they got older dudes. But, Steve, you nailed it. I'm just sitting here thinking, what do we always worry about? What did I just say about UTSA? They return like all juniors and seniors on the O-line, all returning starters, veterans. What made Texas so great last year, more than I think probably anything else? That offensive line was dominant, and it was a first-round pick, and it was a bunch of dudes that are kind of just NFL draft picks later. When we play the Missouris, the Iowa States, and when they're in the Big 12, and Kentucky, and these teams, when you worry about the teams that typically are down here, when we start sitting here going, it's because they have like 4 returning starters on the O-line, or they start 3 fifth-year seniors. That's what A&M's got, and they're talented NFL dudes.
That's right. I guarantee if you asked any head coach in America what would stress you out going into a season more than anything, it would be a young, inexperienced offensive line. And we don't have that. We're exactly the opposite.
Next year.
Well,
but we ain't worried about
that. That's right. That's next year's problem.
Just think back to the last time this this program had a winning, what we would consider a successful winning season was 2020.
Yeah.
Right? 9-1. And what was the difference that year? The experience coming back at the offensive line and at quarterback. And I think we have that formula this year. You know, the competition's tough. We got some tough road games, but it reminds me a lot of that team. And that's, like Billy said, not only do they have that experience, they're actually even more talented.
And those reasons are why I'm the most bullish about this season. Is you're experienced in two absolutely critical areas of offense, and that's.
And I'll take you one step further, Steve. What are our 3 best years since Seth and Lonnie, Evan, Christian, and that crew took down the program, took us into 8-4. Right?
Oh, I should have known better. I was expecting a compliment. Instead, I was like, "Oh, a cheap shot." I knew it.
And I am. A compliment's coming. That's why I couldn't just give you a direct one. But you go back in like the last 3 top 5 type seasons at A&M, and I think that you guys finished in the top 10, but won the Big 12, right? That year, so you mentioned 2020, 2012, top 5 finish. What'd they have?
Great O-line.
Jokel, Matthews, that whole crew. Oboye, Pat Lewis, Jarvis Harrison, an incredible O-line.
Yep.
What did you guys have? A veteran O-line with all NFL dudes except Samisi bounced around, but he
was a veteran. I wasn't a veteran.
He was one of the best ones. He just, lack of height got him. But like, Samisi was like Pat Lewis, honestly. What is the common denominator, Nuno, in the 3 best A&M teams in the last
Veteran
25 years? It's that. So I'm not saying this would be
NFL
that,
talent.
but with NFL, that's a key too. I mean.
Yes,
Because you're not talking
right
about
about
being
that.
a team like a Kentucky that gets to 9-3. Like we're trying to say, can this team get to the playoffs? Can they be a memorable A&M team? And that answer is, if they do, it's going to be because they run the ball and protect the ball.
Something
you
you
got
brought
some
up.
dudes in the backfield.
Yep.
Something you brought up about UTSA's offensive line. They do bring 4/5 of it back, but those guys only started a few. They weren't full-time starters, and they were in different positions.
Yeah.
So I'm curious how that looks week 1 if you're playing center when you haven't played center before and you weren't a full-time starter the year prior. So.
Yeah.
Center, like Steve will tell you, I mean, center is not the easiest thing to get going right out of the chutes if you're not familiar with playing center. It's just a little bit different no matter what, especially you can have all the practice but with live bullets and things like that, and you're having to think about stuff and then play physical. It's tough to do that initially. You get used to all of that at some point in time. But I guarantee you, if it's his first start at center, he'll, especially with what I'm sure our defense is going to be showing him, he's going to, his head's going to be spiraling. And then hopefully we also physically dominate him as well.
Yeah, I mean, I would agree. I mean, anytime you're moving positions around, I mean, you can have experience, but it's not just about having experience playing offensive line. It's having experience playing in the same position next to guys.
With the same guys.
That were there before.
Yep.
And, so that just takes time no matter how good you are. You're not going to come out and be as clean and efficient in the very first week as you're going to be after you've played together for half a season. So, I think their offensive line is pretty good. I think Kurt Traylor's a good offensive line coach. I think that they're coming into a very tough situation, and I think our defensive line is probably going to control the line of scrimmage and should.
Nuno, what would make you, outside of just, hey, A&M blows them out and it makes it look easy, what would make you happiest to see from this football team tomorrow night? If I gave you just one thing, not on each side of the ball, because then we do 8 things, so I'm going to try my best to do one. If I gave you one thing, what would that be?
That one thing would be explosive offensive plays.
Wow, okay, great.
I would love to see Mario over the top, KC take maybe a short yardage play and go to the house.
Woo!
Right? I want to see explosive offensive plays because the identity that we talked about with Le'Veon and Ruben is the run game.
Yeah.
But as you said the last segment at 9:50, they're trying to be a more explosive team. If we see that along with what we already know, that would make me feel much better about an offense that led the SEC in scoring.
Seth, what would you like to see?
I want to see what I expect to see, which is our offensive line dominating and setting the tempo early with this running game, and Le'Veon knocking the whatever rust exists off of him and get him out of the game after we got a 20-point lead or something. I don't know. But that's what I want to see is effective offensive line play primarily.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I want to see at least 4 yards per carry average.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's got to happen. And then I want to see great safety play. I want to see.
That's a good one.
Want to see how our secondary plays
really
specifically at the safety position, because I think that was a good opportunity for us last year that I'm sure we've improved on. I know Coach Elko has taken a little more hands-on approach with the defense this year. That's his specialty, right? Coaching safeties. So I would expect the safety play to be much improved.
And he brought in Lyle Hemphill, who specializes in that back half of the defense from James Madison, a guy that he's been with forever. It's a really interesting point, Steve, because that position, I thought I saw way too many bad angles. I saw too many missed tackles, and it's the same guys. So it's Bryce Anderson, it's Dalton Brooks, it's Ratcliffe. I mean, they're going to play other guys early in the season just to see who can do what. And Jared Kerr is a veteran that we don't talk about enough. He did have a pick, big end zone pick in a scrimmage while working with the ones, but it's the same guys.
Mm-hmm.
So Bryce Anderson's name comes up a lot as one of the guys that had a much better fall camp. And they need that. That has to show on the field.
Yeah.
And Marcus Ratcliffe's a guy that came in here to do an interview. We watched him at practice. You go, man, he doesn't even look like the same dude physically.
Mm-hmm.
He looks like an elite athlete back, but you got to show it on the football field. And then Dalton Brooks has like first round, second, third round NFL talent. Yeah. And he's got, and it's understandable that he didn't last year is his first year to really play. And it's understandable that Ratcliffe transferring in from San Diego State had a year or two, adjustment, but they have to do it.
They have
like
to.
You said, mine guys would be.
Just think back to like when Elko was here as the D coordinator. Look at how good his safety play was when he was the D coordinator.
But look at how, to a great point, is how much Leon O'Neal progressed.
Yeah.
Because he was not that guy early on.
But
he became that guy.
They were solid at the safety position.
Antonio Johnson was elite.
Yes,
he was.
That's true.
So, and Damani Richardson.
Justin Evans. I mean, there was a lot of guys.
Antonio Johnson was better when Elko was here.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Sure. With that said, I think my thing kind of ties along with Steve's, but I just want to see you're going up against an offense with some. They return their best running back, their best receiver, another receiver that was hurt that might end up being their best receiver, Amador from North Shore. You've got Owen McCown, who you guys are familiar, obviously, with Randy. It's Josh's son, a veteran, battle-tested quarterback, and that O-line. And they run that offense that is, pretty similar to what Oregon does.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of ties there on that coaching staff. I think Oregon actually picked off one of their coaches a couple years ago that was running it. So they did. I think. I know they did. But with that said, like,
is that Will Stein?
Yeah, I want to see the A&M defense get after a veteran offense. That they're still going to have a lot of physical and matchup advantages on. So, like, impose your will, play confidently without busts, and play like, hey, this is our second year in the defense. We all know what we're doing. And get after the quarterback and force turnovers and stop the run. And my one sentence point to all this is I want there to be an emphatic defensive statement and not one of these where, you just out-depth them and you pull away and win 41-24.
Yeah.
That's fine. It doesn't mean it's the end of any world. But, I mean, for me to go, that's the best I could feel out of this would be if that defensive performance was at that level.
By the way, last year, if you remember, we need to hit a break. Tight ends at times were a problem against the A&M defense. That Bowling Green one had a field day.
I think he might have been a problem
against anybody. Yeah. But they have a very deep tight end room. Houston Thomas that we know, Patrick Overmeyer, and Dan Dishman, all are guys that got the single-digit jersey for UTSA, which to them is team leaders. So
I mean, Houston Thomas, kid that he could play here. And
College Station.
College Station High product.
college
You may have run into him. Bronny regularly harasses him at Gold's Gym. Poor guy's trying to work out. So I worry
breathing
about
all over him.
Ronnie harasses everybody at Gold's Gym.
he does.
So
I
embarrassing.
worry about like him exacting revenge, not on A&M for not taking him, but just at Bronny for disturbing his
happen.
workouts. The way he imitates Patrick Mahomes
in that
and then-
regard,
and
yes.
then denies it,
You can't
it's
deny it.
insane.
What's worse, the way Kobe imitated Michael, because he did imitate him, or this?
What?
That's not comparable.
Worst
to me.
statement in the history of
In the
TexAgs
history of the
radio?
show,
That would
Kobe
be-
stuck his tongue out, copied his moves. did
Kobe
it all.
Bryant was a top 5 player in NBA history.
He
You're talking about
copied-
Dylan Raiola. You just compared the two.
Yeah, well, I hope Dylan Raiola wins the Super Bowl.
Ooh,
Is that-
Ooh, okay.
He's got to win a game in Nebraska. That
he
matters.
beat Cincinnati the other
Bookmark
night.
that.
By 3.
Munoz, like,
Barely.
no, this is 96 levels of insanity.
It's
work.
intense. There's a lot going on there
Yeah.
that's very similar.
It's a little much.
He even
you know?
did this the thing yesterday that he does like to get the play in. Like it's crazy.
I guess I would just say
Wild.
this, like it is crazy, but if you're going to imitate somebody, that's
Yeah,
probably a
I
good
mean,
one to imitate.
Imitate the best.
Well, you do have to imitate their look, their numbers. Play. Now you happen to be
Like
playing.
I said, there's a
I
lot
almost want to
going on.
blame him for the fact that they somehow scheduled a game there. Speaking of crazy, how about Nuno during the just a little look into the commercial segment? Why don't you take us through what happened? Steve had a great story, and you were ignoring it. So now you need to hear it again. And then he was so zoned out that he asked Seth, "Hey, how's Abigail liking it here?"
Yeah.
His daughter's interning, Abigail's interning here, except the one caveat. She hasn't started yet.
Well, I'm sorry she's out of my department.
How's she enjoying it?
How's she enjoying school?
Meanwhile-
How's she enjoying Rush?
You missed
went great.
Steve's best story. Tell him what happened to you walking
Yeah,
into
we
LSU.
were talking about how
They hadn't won there since Steve was a freshman, A&M in Baton Rouge.
and we were talking about things that happened at that game, and I was like, I remember getting a whiskey bottle thrown at me, and then I got mooned by like an 80-year-old woman.
Was she hot?
Yeah, she was hot, Nuno, very hot.
What you saw of her.
I remembered it 30 years later, so yeah, something happened.
I comment on that 80-year-old Cajun ass that mooned Steve in 1994 because I'm sure she's no
Probably not
longer
with
with
us.
us.
Yeah. All right, this just took a weird turn. Thanks, Liucci, for reminding us how old we are.
Oh, I did want to
my
ask you guys what you think A&M's identity is this year, heading into the season.
I think we're going to be physical. And I know I'm just like a broken record, but I think we're going to be physical, and it's going to come from the veteran leadership on the offensive line. And I think you're going to see us take that and translate that elsewhere. I think that's like, think about, we've already talked about this. It's repeating ourselves, but that's where all good teams start in my mind, is having a group of offensive linemen that you can count on to do their job and do it well. And yeah, they keep their mouths shut for the most part, and hopefully that translates to other positions, DB, defensive line, everybody else trying to get in on that action. That's kind of my thoughts on it.
I mean, I'm expecting this team to be a very consistent team. I guess would be the word I would use, just because of the amount of veterans on it, really on both sides of the ball. That it's not a team that we have to worry about going on the road and laying an egg like at South Carolina. Like I feel more confident with this team that
They've been through it.
The experience.
no matter the situation, we may not win every game or win the games that we need to win, but we're going to go and be competitive in every single one of those. And I feel like we'll be in every game this season in the fourth quarter, period. Consistency.
I didn't like that line. He said, we may not be a team that wins the games we need to win.
I don't know if that came
You were
out
going
right.
strong.
Hey, way to hold him accountable, Billy. Way to hold him accountable.
Thank you for pointing that out, buddy.
He was rolling, and I was like, oh. I hope not. But that's to piggyback what he just said and take it a step further so they do accomplish that. I think this team's going to be a team that I don't think they're going to win every one of these games, but I think they're going to be a team that because of that physicality and because of that, what's the word you said? Consistency. Take those two things together. And I think the result of that is going to be, and I mentioned a veteran quarterback now, those three things together, and I think the result of that is going to be, this is a team that finds ways to win close games.
Yeah.
And everybody in the SEC is going to play a bunch of them.
Oh, yeah.
I think A&M is going to be one of those that finds ways to win close games more so than others, and certainly more so than.
Well, that's what it takes to
they've
win
done in the past.
championships. As Seth can
Close,
attest to.
yeah.
Close
98.
games, yeah.
Did y'all even win a game more than 7
I
points? that year?
don't know the stats. Y'all can look it up in the break or something, but every
Nebraska-
game was close. It was
Nebraska
crazy.
might have been the only blowout.
Yeah.
Because really it was
Yeah.
28-21, but that game was like 28-7 a few minutes in the fourth. They scored one, and they scored
Yeah.
one late that didn't. But Cedric Curry, Southside said with the pick to end
Southside
it.
said.
But I think, man, Kansas was close.
They were all rainy. I do know
Missouri,
that. Like, literally
Missouri
every
was
game.
close. Nebraska was a touchdown.
It was an El Nino. El Nino that year.
I don't know how many.
El
I
Nino.
don't, I don't know how many blowout wins y'all had that year. It was very low.
Yeah, it was-
and
If any.
I don't know. I don't think they had any.
You
honestly.
know, as we hit a break, Reese Nygren at the Angry Elephant News and Social
There
Center
he
right
is,
now
right
is
there.
typing it in. I'm giving him a few seconds to make sure he has that. Do you have the 1998 Texas A&M schedule results? Excuse me.
I do not right now. I know.
Oh wow.
The internet's.
there we go.
First fill of the
Hamster
season.
wheel.
Texas Tech was close. That was the
I'm thinking of our.
Leckler to
I'm thinking of
Dan
our easy
touchdown
games.
pass.
McNeese State.
Mississippi, not Mississippi State.
That was him later.
Southern Miss was even close.
Yeah.
It was like at 11 a.m., 100% humidity, 100 degrees. It
Don't
was
make
ridiculous.
excuses.
I'm not.
I've got
I'm just
the
telling
schedule.
facts.
Dante Hall had a big touchdown. Dat Win, I think, had an interception in that game. If you want to fact check me on that, I think I will be
You got it.
I've
very
got the schedule.
All right, let's
you,
hear it.
You want to do it?
I got it. So against Louisiana Tech, 28-7. So
I don't even consider that a blowout.
Yeah,
Southern Miss was even a blowout. Look, I didn't even know.
North Texas a blowout.
just read the conference games, guys.
Oh, sorry.
Y'all,
okay, Kansas 24-21, Nebraska 28-21, Baylor 35-14,
Okay.
Texas Tech 17-10, Oklahoma State 17-6,
blowout.
Oklahoma 29-0,
Blowout.
Good old days.
Missouri 17-14.
There we go. Getting
A lot of
closer.
close games.
Tightening up.
a lot of close ones. And then they
Hey,
lost to Texas
what was the score
and
of
beat
the
Kansas State.
Texas
double.
score?
The Texas score
we won't talk about
26-24,
that.
We don't want to talk about that.
26-24.
All right, how about the Kansas State score?
36-33.
Yeah, let's talk about. Let's focus on that.
What was the last game? What was the score of the
Let's not
last game?
focus on that either.
Ohio State 24-14.
I was at that game.
Ouch.
New
Way to
Orleans.
build it. It was this season was like, oh, we're really good. Oh, we suck again. Oh, we're great. Oh, we suck.
Did they?
That was the end of the season.
You wish
Steve,
you
that
had a
was-
season like that.
11-3. Holy smokes.
Yeah, man.
What
My
we do for that?
goodness.
Nah, I'm just joking. Congrats on your championship.
Congrats on not yours.
Thank you for your championship.
Yeah, thank you for that championship we had 28 years ago.
It's one of your favorite segments.
Uh-oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Freak of the Week.
It's the freak of the week.
Oh, man. It's going to be
Wow,
a great
you guys
year, baby.
seem like you've been practicing.
We nailed that.
That was a really good
That's
first
how you
one.
know it's going to be a good year,
Yeah,
Nino.
yeah, you're right about that.
Impressive.
Who is your freak of the? Actually, you haven't gone first. You.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, sir.
Good to see you over there,
High five.
buddy.
The
Put the
LSU
pressure on
story,
me.
the first time I heard it was great.
That's
Thank
all right.
you.
I want to be sleeper pick first, so it's all good.
All right, here. This is a little bit of a homer pick because his dad used to work for me
Whoa,
back at
whoa.
Velocity.
I don't know who this is. Interesting.
He is a former 5-star high school recruit. He has played some and is now going to get his
I know
chance.
who it is.
DJ Hicks Jr. will be my freak of the week.
I like
I
it.
think this is if I'm DJ, this is my coming out party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This is me saying, hey guys, chillax. We're not that bad up front as you guys think. I'm about to show you. So
Great one.
DJ Hicks, freak of the week.
He's certainly flashed it before. I just saw a highlight against LSU, and I thought he was really effective in that game. That one stood out to me from last year. But no one's ever said that DJ Hicks isn't a player. Like, no one in that
Right.
program. No, it was very important for them to hang on to him. He played a significant amount last year, and part of that, the reason he didn't start was Albert Regis rose up. You had Shamar, and it was Regis or Hicks, and Regis was like, hey, I can play too. Now it's Hicks's term. He can be here 1 year. He can be here 2 years. That's up to him and how he plays. But either way, I agree with you, Steve. This is a year for him to really prove that it was worth the wait for him. He's going to be starting in the SEC. He resisted constant overtures from other teams. Anytime you're a 5-star that's not playing a couple years in, you are a prime poaching candidate, and he stuck with it, and now he's a starter. At a position, by the way, they don't have a lot of depth, so he has to be good.
Good for him. I'm ready to see him.
What do you got?
I'm going Marcel Reed, man. I think a year under his belt is going to just knock the socks off a lot of people out there on how much a quarterback can progress in a year, especially one that wasn't prepared throughout the offseason and the beginning of the season to be a starter last year. Now he's flipped the script, and he is going to be prepared throughout the offseason and in 2 days. And I think he's going to show a lot of people what he can really do. And it's going to be exciting to watch him play. I mean, he's got it in him. And now to watch a guy that's had a year to polish up his skills, it's going to be very impressive. And I can't wait to see it.
Billy, before we get to yours, or do you want to talk about Marcel? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm going to throw one in. I don't ever throw one in.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw in Marco Jones. Okay?
Is this something you're going to do every week, or is this?
I don't know. I think I might. I think it's going to depend.
I think you should.
I think I'm going to. All right. I'm going to throw in Marco Jones. I don't care if it was the spring game. He showed something in fall camp. He showed something in the spring game. And I think he's going to get some looks this weekend. And I think he's going to have a 2-sack performance.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
Okay. That would be a hell of a debut for a true freshman. And that's a good pick. I'm gonna go chalk here, honestly.
Yeah.
I've been wanting to see these guys throughout the offseason. I couldn't wait for the games to get here. Cassius Howell getting after the quarterback, and I want to see him tested in the run game as well. This whole defensive front, though, but Cassius Howell, there he is against SC. The way he finished the season, I keep saying it, Texas, Auburn, and USC, go look at his stats. Go look at the plays he made. Physically, man, he's one of those short list guys they talk about in terms of what he did during the offseason.
He looks like a freak of the week, too.
And then on offense, I'm going Casey Concepcion.
Concepcion.
Hands down. That dude he's a pro playing college football. I don't know what he ends up doing in the NFL, but just
That's awesome.
he is a pro, dude. He's got some Christian Kirk to him, and I just think he's a pure playmaker. Get the ball in his hands, his route running, his hands, his ability after the catch. He's not a big guy, so he's not going to go like Moss dudes, but even contested balls, he's going to come down with. I've seen him do that in camp as well. And
I can't wait to watch him break an 80-yard
He's pretty
slant.
special. And, well, if you want to see someone break an 80-yard slant too, let Mario Craver get ahead of steam as well. Craver and
Or him.
Bethel Roman can flat out go. They can flat out fly.
Sleeper of the week, presented by the Sleep Station. Go see Jared McLeod and ask him.
Go see Jared McLeod.
You went and saw him.
I went and saw him, and I've been sleeping great ever since.
seen him.
It took me a couple beds to get it right. We tried the Tempur-Pedic normal. It was a little soft, and he said, he told me, he's like, and I was like, do I want to go? He said, no, you need the firm. It feels so firm. He said, no, it's going to be fine. And give it a few weeks. And he was like, if you don't like it, bring that one back too. I don't care. You keep bringing them back. And he was right.
Yeah.
Great
The
sleep.
sleep whisperer.
It was tremendous. So
Interesting.
it's one of those beds now I can't wait to get back. In fact, I'm probably going to go back, get a second bed for my guest bedroom so people this fall will have a good night's sleep in one of my rooms.
That'll help you bring some guests over.
Guys, seriously, I have a new guest
Now I
room.
might drop it.
Both rooms have new beds. Please, bring some friends.
Come over, please, man.
Well, if you know me like you do, I actually don't want anyone to come visit. We can have all the gatherings and stuff at other people's
Just
house.
go
not
home to
mine.
your own
Yeah.
bed. Yes.
Regarding the sleeper pick,
Thank you, sir.
I'm going to go with the.
Sorry for hyping up our sponsor.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm like
Seth
Seth.
hates his sponsors.
Here we go.
Go ahead, Seth.
Just thought we'd have a better one.
McLeod put me in a terrible bed.
I got a box springs from about a month ago, moving people in. All right, I'm going with a mail-in pick, sort of. I'm going to pick the tight end position. But I think you're going to see a lot of. I think there's not a lot of expectations there. But I think
our
we
guy
got
Herrera.
I think we got Theo. Oh, you want to test me? We got Theo. We got Nye Black, and we got Burkature.
There you go.
Something like that. And I'm excited for all of them. Burkature.
Can you do one more?
That's great.
Like Riley, Auburn transfer.
There we go.
Kiati Armstrong.
But anyways, I'm
terrific
excited to
freshman.
see that position because it's always a good sign of an offense that's going to be able to execute long-term throughout the season. If you've got the tight end position,
That's a great point.
blocking, catching, if you got two of them out, well, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen, but I just want to
Theo,
see.
if you're watching this, Theo he's top 5 most physically improved guys out there. I mean, look, Steve, you look at him right there. He looks
He's a
like
specimen,
an NFL
man.
tight end.
Oh, for sure, yeah. He's got the build.
Kiati Armstrong, by the way, I just want to see them throw a pass to the big man and watch 21 catch it in some space and turn up field and rumble. That would be fun.
What's his physical attributes?
I mean, he's got to be about
88 block, 3 catch.
There he is right there. He's got to be 260 plus.
But how tall is he?
No, he's probably over 6'4".
Okay.
And
Well, you're just saying because he's just
no, he's
fast
big,
or
no,
athletic
he's
or what?
big and fat. He's
big?
enormous. Like there he is. He's probably more like 6'5", Steve. To be honest with you, I mean he's a giant. Bronny's probably back there. 6'5". So
that sounds just like him.
yeah, so
Perfect.
if man, Burkature, there's a lot of these dudes that, and guys, if you're listening and you're a trog from another fan base, go worry about your game with Ohio State. You got other things to worry about today than keeping track of our positivity versus negativity. So I'm going to do this because it's. So I have something on my finger here, but it's
your ring finger.
Kids don't do this. You'll still get in trouble for this at school.
It's the intent.
But the intent is known.
Well, hey,
but
we're
with that-
so far from we're over the stop sign.
What do you not want?
So can you give us on the other side so we can, and then we'll go long. We'll go super long.
We got to pay bills, man. Come on.
Yeah. All right, we'll hit a break. We'll get the rest of the sleepers next on TexAgs. We'll try to get the Pick 6 brought to you by Prize Picks. We'll try, but I doubt we can get it in 3 minutes or less.
No chance.
No chance. But thank you to Prize Picks. Go to prizepicks.com/TexAgs. Use the code TexAgs to get $50 once you play in $5 lineups. What are we listening to?
You would not.
I know.
The whole listening.
The fact
I
you even
listen
asked
to
that
way
is
more
insulting.
genres than you.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
You gotta go to a
We went
break.
there.
You got to go to a break.
All right. Probably listen to House, though, don't you?
All right, we're going to do our sleepers or what?
Yeah, so he did his.
That's right.
Oh, it's on to me. So my sleeper is, I'm going with a guy that last year I thought played really well for a stretch and then played injured towards the end of the season and still played well. But I think this is going to be a really big year for Scooby Williams.
Good call.
Yeah, it's not really a sleeper, but I'm excited to watch him play. I'm hoping I'm getting the same type of Edgerrin Cooper type vibes where he took that big step from one year to the next.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's the Scooby Williams path. That
I
we see
agree.
this year.
I think Scooby Williams is one of your more impactful defenders, and they're showing highlights from that Auburn game where he was made a lot of plays, and he was late in that game. He got hurt. He was a non-factor, and I don't even know how much he played against Texas. That dude, I think he at times looked to me like, I'll be honest, like there were times where I'm watching A&M defense play, and I was like, Scooby Williams and Will Lee are the two best players on that defense. And that was with a first, a second round draft pick and a good linebacker, a really good SEC linebacker in Torian York. But I think Scooby, he flies around. He's going to make plays against the run and pass. I think he could have a breakout year.
The most interesting thing about him to me was the fact hearing later on after the season that he played hurt the whole season. That was crazy, and he still played well.
Well, the time that he missed, especially against the Texas game, I mean, you could see how that affected us in the run game, clearly.
You know, my sleeper of the week, I'm going to go with random. Well, not random. I'm going to go. I was about to say Amari Daniels. Nobody ever talked about him. We didn't talk about him much at all this offseason. And I look up sometimes and he's just ripping through the line of scrimmage for big games. And you say, whoa, is that the O-line ripping big holes and against a defense that's not there yet? I think it has more to do with you've seen him do that throughout his career. I mean, it's what he does. He'll pop big runs, and I bet you will see it one burst play out of Amari this week, but I'm going to actually go with E.J. Smith.
So it is time to do our pick six from Prize Picks. And we've got 6 great games to discuss.
Prize pick.
Seth, I believe you won the whole thing last year.
Did he really?
Let's go.
Yeah.
You think?
I don't think that's. I actually
Well,
don't think
I don't
that's
know, 'cause
true.
I-
Google it.
I looked at the last final standings, and I had him as the winner.
And that's all that matters.
I need to see some proof of this.
I wouldn't
That's
mind
all that
seeing
matters.
I feel like we would have heard about this.
I know.
Like
I
it would have been a
would've
big
known that.
deal.
I think
The proof is in the pudding.
If you got beat by a flapping walrus, do you know how they get? They like.
Yeah, we all know. We all know.
Which game are you picking?
Here's the funny thing. Here's the funny thing about Seth. If we would happen to be like driving to lunch today and stumble upon a
walrus?
walrus
Yeah.
picking football games on the side of the road, we'd watch him
I would be
flap
very
up
interested.
and pick, the Ohio State Texas game, and then Seth
which
would
helmet
go,
are you gonna touch?
Okay, that's good. We got to get to lunch. Our schedule says to be there at 11.
All right, guys, you've seen it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Well,
All
we've
right.
seen him pick.
If you've seen one flapping walrus on the side of George Bush Drive, and you've seen them all, let's go.
Oh, impatient Seth. Always, you got to be on his schedule. When
Here we
You
go.
ought to see him hiking.
got to be on his schedule.
You ought to see him hiking.
Oh my goodness!
Hey,
Only in overtime we got enough time
Am
to
I
talk
wrong?
about this.
Am I wrong? Tell me where the story. Tell him. All right. I exaggerate, right? Everybody like.
Yeah,
Wait,
dude. 90,
Before you tell this
99%.
story, dude, I got to tell a true story. So I was coming out of my son's scrimmage the other weekend, and I ran into one of his teammates' dads. He's like, "Hey, Steve. Hey, a friend of mine was up in Yellowstone hiking.
Oh, yes.
And he said he was walking along, and he ran into Billy Liucci.
from Magnolia. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I don't know where Seth is. I can't find him anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I thought, well, okay, in my defense, I thought that he had turned around. This is how much complaining this guy had been doing the whole trip. I was like, he turned around. We waited on him.
We took one walk back, and Seth wanted to go some back trailway back from the village to our house. And this dude tell me if I'm exaggerating,
Yes, you're exaggerating already because I know where this is headed.
takes us through 2 water sprinkler systems on the walk where we're getting soaking wet, and I'm not supposed to complain.
It's fine,
I'm not
man.
supposed
Just
to
do it.
complain. So tell me where I'm wrong here, Seth. I want you to interject when I exaggerate.
Okay.
I'm going to do this quick. We get to Jackson Hole, Teton Village. We go eat. We take the tram to 10,500 feet.
Yes, you're correct.
Go up there. There's a sign. You're up there. It's already hard just to walk like the height of this ceiling. We go up there, and there's like 6 trails, and only one of the 6 says difficult. And Seth is like, let's go this way. And
The difficult way.
but let's walk down it. So in jeans,
That's
and
you, though.
him and
bro.
Evan are both
Like
in
he's
pink.
Robert F. Kennedy over here hiking in
We
jeans.
haven't even gone to our room. It's what I flew in.
You haven't even got to your room
No,
yet? Oh,
no.
my God.
So him and Evan are wearing pink polo shirts. I was calling them the
Oh,
Pink
my God.
Polo
Are you
Club.
joking me?
We're gonna go on
It was an
hiking in
unfortunate
our pink polo
happenstance.
shirts.
Freaking
Pink
girl
polo
dads over
shirts.
here.
Yeah. So
Jeez.
I'm not 10.5 Nuno
Yeah.
down to 9,000 feet, so 2,500 foot, and in 2+ hours of downhill, very rocky, pretty damn steep.
You're walking downhill for 2 hours.
2+.
Look, here's the
downhill immediately upon arrival from 10.5 to 8, and
I regret
smelled
nothing.
smelled and saw fresh bear dung that he tried to say, it's an elk or a moose. I saw a book at the airport called "Who Pooped in the Woods." It was a bear, fresh, bubbling. It was watching us. So,
Bubbling.
how many people, Seth, did we see in the 2+ hour hike from?
We saw a man and his wife or girlfriend on the hike
And
going up while we were
and
going
is
down.
that it?
That's it.
In
2.5 hours?
one person, one couple.
I'm
So,
sorry that we
what
like
kind
it.
of
Some of us
provisions
like
did you guys-
adventure.
No, nothing.
No provisions.
Nothing.
Just went out into this
Oh,
woods
and
by
tell me if
yourself.
I'm exaggerating that it was thundering and a rainstorm, and to the point that we got stuck at the gondola for 3 hours because of a storm. So we just beat.
To me, that is very
Asinine.
So I'll say
ridiculous.
this: I don't regret it personally. I regret it for Billy. That
What about
happened.
Evan? What about Evan?
He was not complaining.
His
near as
legs
much
were
as
sore
you.
for 3 days. He complained. He complained for 3 days.
He did. He goes like, we passed somebody on another trail one day. He was like, Jello legs, and he was talking about himself. But this like 70-year-old lady, she's like, I'm not Jello legs. My legs are perfectly fine. But he was talking about himself.
He just blurted it out.
By the way,
What in the world?
so it was the most ridiculous
That's
thing
great.
probably that you've ever done. Continue, David.
Yeah, let's go. Let's make the picks.
Let's allow him
Let's
to
get
do
off
it.
the
Yeah, I
air.
guess we
and
can
make
do
the
this at
picks.
lunch.
Reese
Go ahead, Billy.
Nygren
We're gonna do it.
Nuno.
at the Angry Elephant News and Social Center. You haven't said a word in an hour.
It's been a while, but
It's been a while.
It's been a
Since
while.
Even
Reese
longer.
says-
Even longer now.
the first game up, the reigning national champions, number 3 Ohio State, play host to number 1 Texas at the Shoe at 11 a.m. on Saturday. Ohio
Shocking
State is
start.
2.5-point favorites.
I'm gonna make quick work of this one. Ohio State to cover
Good for you.
because I hate Texas and because I think they're gonna lose and because I think Archie is overrated. And I'm not one of the people that is rooting for Texas at all.
that sounded like a shot at RC.
No, it was a shot at anybody who's rooting for
I mean,
Texas.
Seth, just say what you
Yeah.
want to say, man.
I'm not saying anything. All I'm saying is that I'm not rooting for. I would never. I hate Texas.
Okay.
First of all, it's
Kit-
Arch, not Archie.
Yeah.
Okay.
I call him Archie.
Secondly,
Archie
Texas.
and Jughead over here.
Secondly, Texas is going to win this game by like maybe 2 touchdowns.
So congratulations.
Oh, here we go.
He's not rooting for him.
Oh yeah,
Congratulations
See how
on
that goes.
starting 0-1
that's fine.
because Texas is going to win.
I love
Unfortunately,
it. I love it. All this Texas love.
It's not love.
Here's something for you.
It's. I don't think Ohio State's.
I don't
This
even-
is for Seth.
They're not ready.
A first-time starting quarterback that has not beaten an AP number 1 since Jim Harbaugh in 1984. The first-time starter is at Ohio State. His name is Julian Sayin.
Good. What do you want me to say about that? That I'm changing my pick? No.
Somebody's got to do it.
I'm gonna pick Texas.
I am too because look. Here's what I
Not
think.
that I want to, but
Here's my
I can't
why.
wait. This is how you win championships, everybody.
But here's my
Make
why.
smart picks.
Here's my why is Ohio State, Seth, is replacing not just their D coordinator, who is great, and Knowles, who's at Penn State now, but also they're replacing a guy by the name, you may have heard of him, Chip Kelly, who Ryan Day couldn't win jack you-know-what until Chip Kelly came in there, and they won a national title last year. They lost Chip Kelly and Knowles, 2 of the best coordinators in all of college football. Now they're replacing him with Matt Patricia, who's an elite DC, but has never coordinated a college defense or coached in the college game, at least since maybe his early coaching. I don't even know if he has.
no.
And Brian Hartline, who's been just kind of lingering around, not lingering. He
was here, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's a name. No, he's a name that's been discussed here many times.
No, he's been discussed by idiots.
Well, okay.
He's been discussed by buffoons that thought A&M would hire
Just
him
saying
as a
I've heard
head
the name.
coach.
There's a reason I know that
You've heard
name.
it on Twitter.
Oh,
But Brian Hartline's a hell of a recruiter. So you may have heard that. So I'm
Yeah,
gonna jump
I've
the gun.
heard that.
He's a great recruiter, but now he's their OC. He has never done this. That's not a good combo when you lose your quarterback, both running backs, and multiple offensive line starters.
look at Seth. He's about to cry
Just
right
throw
now.
up your hook 'em, Billy.
And then defensively, they lost 8 starters and have a new D coordinator and a new system.
Seth, that you're
I
not
don't
picking
think
with your
Texas
brain.
is that great. I think they're going to be worse this year than they were last year. I think they take a small step back to the pack, and I think they're going to lose a couple games this year. I don't think it's going to be tomorrow.
Yeah,
I hope you're wrong.
I do too.
I hope so.
I would
too.
just add
First
to
off,
that.
I hope I lose picking Ohio State to cover and they lose by 1.
I could bet $1,000 on Texas to win, to cover. They don't even have to win, and I would be happy if I lost that money. And I'm not saying I can burn $1,000. I'm just saying I would love to see them lose the opener.
Yeah, that's to me. It's a win-win.
I would
It's like,
love it for the sake
they-
of us and
You're going with an
football,
emotional
my
hedge.
podcast.
If they
I'm not doing
cover, I get the W. If they lose, I'm happy to
But
take
it's not
the
an
L.
emotional hedge because you're
It's not
thinking
an
that's
emotional
what's going to
hedge.
happen.
I'm with you. I just think that they're replacing both coordinators. They got a new starting quarterback. I think Texas is pretty good, even if they're not as good as last year. They're still going to be really good. And they
think they're
got
top
both their
5
coordinators coming back. They just have too much continuity. I hope they lose, but I think Texas will win.
Nuno?
I'm taking Texas. I don't want to, but I'm taking Texas.
The next game up,
Trying to
number
win this
8,
pick.
Alabama heads to Doak Campbell Stadium to take on Florida State at 2:30 on Saturday. Alabama is 13.5-point favorites.
Much
big
tougher
number.
than
This is the one that really probably confuses
know.
me more than anything because
Florida State was
sucks.
so
Go for
I
it,
don't know what to think
Steve.
of Florida State.
Yeah, you're talking. Go.
I'd rather hear. What? Yeah. What? Chill out, dude.
Hey,
He's so
you're
aggressive.
talking.
He's so mad about the Texas
Yeah.
pick. Control yourself. So you got Ty Simpson starting for Alabama. They're going on the road to Florida State.
Where was his hate when you lost to Texas in '98 and set the whole Mac Brown era ablaze?
There we go.
Thank you.
Come on, McCafe. What you got?
I'm going to take Alabama. I think they'll cover.
Okay.
I just don't know what Florida State
I know.
has.
It's,
I don't know
it's
clue.
probably one of the tougher picks of the week, I think. But I picked Bama to win the SEC this year, and so I'm really putting a lot of stock into Ty Simpson and Grubb as the new OC. They
Ryan
don't
Williams.
have Jam Miller. There's another key defender, a defensive tackle that's questionable, I think. So Castellanos has run his mouth so much, and that dude can't throw. I'm actually gonna go Bama just to choke them out and ultimately win. It might be close for a while, but Bama to ultimately pull away and cover.
I'm going Bama. I couldn't pick Florida State.
I don't pick
And at
coaches
this
there.
point-
You couldn't name one player on Florida State.
That's
so-
also true. Like Castellano, who cares?
Just can you clip that? Castellano, who cares?
Mr. Nygren, please.
The next game is a battle of Death Valleys as number 4 Clemson hosts number 9 LSU at 6:30 on Saturday. Clemson is 3.5-point favorites.
Where they playing one more time?
They're playing in Clemson at Death Valley.
I'm going to pick
That's a good game.
Clemson to win this game.
I like that pick.
Cover and win.
I mean, I think LSU historically, at least in the last few years,
5 years in a row.
they've struggled in their opening game, and they've also struggled going on the road in these type of games. So I'm going to take Clemson to cover as well.
I'm actually gonna hit y'all with a little bit of a 1-2, and I'm gonna say I've said all offseason I think LSU's overrated. Not so much by their ranking, but by what the people in Baton Rouge, and as a result, the national media, the hype job over Nussmeier, the portal defensive additions, the greatest players of all time apparently are descending upon Baton Rouge. It was a weak portal year. Nobody addresses that. Nobody addresses the fact that no one in the Final Four last year went heavy portal. That's not how it was done. I'm going to go LSU because it's Dabo, and I think this is going to create false hype in the Bayou. I think Nussmeier's going to have a big game against an ACC opponent, and people are going to thrust him to the top of the Heisman. By the end of this weekend,
Well, doesn't Clemson have a pretty good secondary?
Cade Klubnik. Oh, yeah.
Secondary
Well, they have a
defense.
really good defensive front, too.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see Nussmeier and Arch Manning as your 1-2 in the Heisman
Really?
conversation after this weekend.
No club.
Actually, I might
No
walk.
Klubnik?
Wait. I just betrayed my own thought here. Klubnik. LSU, this is what I meant to do. LSU to cover, but Clemson to win by a field goal. Reese gave me that half point. It
I'll
changed
take-
my
Wait,
pick.
what is,
I'll
what
take
is the
it.
spread? 3.5?
Clemson
3.5.
is favored by 3.5.
So I got Clemson to win by 3
I don't
or
even care if you're
LSU to
right.
win. If I'm trying to win this contest, that's a hedge.
I'm switching.
I'm going.
Put me down for
Oh.
LSU.
Oh,
I
here we
thought it
go.
was- I agree, dude. I think it's going to be a close game. I can
Clemson has
see-
lost 3
31
straight games. to
Leave me
SEC
alone.
teams.
30, how many?
I'm taking
3
LSU.
straight. All
As
last
it is
all
said,
LSU.
as it should be written.
31-28.
Next up, another top 10 matchup. Number 10, Miami hosts number 6, Notre Dame at Hard Rock Stadium at 6:30 on Sunday. Notre Dame 2.5-point favorites.
Notre Dame's got this.
This is for Billy. This is for Billy. You guys can, your favorite coach, Mario Cristobal, 1-12 straight up against ranked teams.
Doesn't surprise me. And
Who was that one win?
A&M.
Confirms.
A&M in first
Okay.
round.
Thank
We
you.
were
Let's
there to
not
witness
talk
it.
about
Smackdown.
I'm going to pick Notre Dame to win this game and to cover, obviously.
It's a tough one for me because is Marcus Freeman just sitting there doing commercials with Shane Gillis all off season? I saw that. Is Gillis going to be on the sideline with a whistle? Saw that. Is Gillis going to give the pregame speech? Saw that.
Who knows? Maybe.
I think I'm going to go a little out of character. I'm going out of character here against the people and coaches and players that I don't fully believe in. I'm going with Mario Cristobal and Carson Beck.
Hey,
You gave him an accent too. You know that. You did a double accent.
this is going to be Separation Saturday.
I'm going with them to
Week
either
one.
cover or win. I'm going with Miami to win that
It's
game.
going to be a big week for me.
I don't know why. They haven't done it, like you said. It goes against – man, when you're Notre Dame and you're going in there with newness at QB, I wish A&M was playing them this weekend.
I do.
I wish
do too.
A&M was
I wish we had the first game, man.
Because they're going to get a game, win or lose, and they're going to see what this guy needs to improve and what he does wrong, and they're going to have an off week to work on it, and then sitting at home waiting for A&M to get there. I'm going Miami. Or I may fall behind early this week.
So I'm with you, Billy. I think that I wish we did have them first game because think about last year.
Yeah.
They had the veteran team coming into Cal Field. We had a lot of new pieces that we were
New staff.
rolling out, new staff. I mean, not that the staffs are different, but the personnel-wise, we're the ones now coming in with the returning players and the returning quarterback and offensive line. So, yeah, I want Notre Dame to win this game. And even though I think Miami probably on paper makes more sense with a veteran quarterback and at home, I'm going to root for Notre Dame, and I'm going to pick them to cover because I want them to win.
I do too.
I want to be playing a top 5 Notre Dame team in 3 weeks.
I'll say this.
I agree.
Dude,
You want
there's
that
no
spot.
home field
You want it.
advantage for Miami.
Yeah, that's
in
true.
that. There's just, they don't have, it
That is
doesn't
true.
exist.
That is true.
Yeah.
You're
There'll
right.
probably be as many Notre Dame fans there
Correct.
as Miami.
And I would say my Notre Dame, though, at least is giving up the home field advantage, but I don't think that's – you've played there, Seth. It's not the most
Yeah, even with the
daunting-
Dolphins or
No,
Canes.
you've played at
the
Notre
Canes.
Dame.
Well, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean, I'm speaking Miami specifically.
No, but I'm saying you've played at Notre Dame where I don't think it's not like you're leaving an SEC home field advantage.
No,
behind.
they're sitting on their hands in
Yeah.
Notre Dame. I mean,
Whoa, Seth. Billboard material, bud. Relax.
they're gonna
Don't get
look
the
at this
fans
guy,
wild.
this old guy.
This guy on TexAgs radio that
What do
played
they call him? The Walrus.
He played here in 1999.
He's a freaking grandpa.
Next game up, Bill Belichick's collegiate debut as North Carolina host TCU at 7 o'clock on Monday. TCU is 3.5-point favorites.
Is this this is probably one of the more intriguing
I am
storylines of college football
Soon
this year.
to be dad, Bill Belichick.
Oh wait, are you making an announcement here?
Yeah, he texted me, but no. I think there's isn't it out there? Jordan Hudson and Bill Belichick.
That
That's
is
the thing?
That's
Pregnancy
kinda,
rumors.
That's-
No, Bill Belichick is
rumors.
not pregnant.
Thank
Reports on
you.
June and July suggest his
Did you
girlfriend
say
Jordan.
Bill
Billy doesn't
Belichick is not
trust-
pregnant? That's
fact
what you
check
just
anything.
said.
Lobbying for a
Which is
baby.
like,
Wants a baby.
I want to fact check my hiking trip with Billy.
That's crazy.
He didn't dispute anything.
Times of India, the first to report that it is not true.
Times of India.
Times
Hey, Times of India, man.
So
big.
Times of India.
See, this is where this is where 2025 catches up to him. Why is
Outkick.
Times of India the first thing that comes up when you
I don't
talk
know.
about Bill Belichick's
And
pregnancy?
Outkick is number 2.
All right.
All right, well,
Let's
trust
make our
Outkick.
pick here. I'm going
I
with.
trust Outkick.
I'm gonna go
I
with-
trust.
Times
I
of
trust our
India?
boys over there.
Times of India is an amazing media outlet.
I trust Hutton a close second to the Times of India.
I'll say this: like, I'm going to pick Belichick. I think that I'm not going to say that they're destined for greatness or whatever, but I think that he's going to have this TCU offense. He's going to do a good job of game planning his guys for that. That's what he's known for. It's what he does, and I think he might present some wrinkles. Anyway, I don't even know what the point spread is.
will.
He's
but
going to
it's just so
present some
different.
wrinkles because he's 80. So I'm going to go with I'm going to go against Belichick.
Nice.
This was too much of a circus for me this offseason. What happened to TCU?
exactly. That's
They
why I'm
played
not
for the
picking them.
national title 2 years ago, and like,
NIL happened to TCU is what happened.
well, I think the reality of Sonny Dykes happened
Right.
to him. I think he's a good coach. I don't think he's what happened there in year one. I think the reality of Sonny Dykes and NIL happened to TCU, and the fact that they're stuck there in the Big 12. But with that said, I am going to go with TCU this week. I think they're going to have a little better football team than they did last year in that rebuild.
North Carolina, 70 new players.
Wow.
Oosh.
Sounds like
Put me down for TCU. Thank you.
That could be a regret. That's probably the only pick I regret so far.
You
but
can
I'm
always
sticking
change
with
it. You can always change it.
And then the last game, the Fighting Texas Aggies, ranked number 19, host the UTSA Roadrunners at 6:30 on Saturday. Texas A&M 24.5-point favorites.
whoop.
I've lost my ability to high pitch whoop, man.
Oh,
It's
really?
like very
Try it, bro.
guttural.
Try
I'm
it.
like, whoop. It's horrible.
That does sound like
I admit it. I don't know
some
what's
kind of a
wrong with my
death call.
throat.
Sounds like something we heard in Yellowstone. You're like, what was that? Wait, quiet. There it was again. Oh no, that was just me whooping, guys.
Very excited about A&M football. No, I got A&M.
Nuno hasn't laughed in an hour. This guy.
He's so over us.
What
He's
is
like,
wrong?
he's like, end the segment.
It's been a
End
long
the-
week.
All right,
You know
so-
how many times I've heard about Yellowstone?
But you just, you know how many times I heard about you rolling around with guys in
Yeah,
MMA?
it's a new-
every day.
New journey every
Like
time I go.
I can't do it anymore.
I want to roll with somebody, not the McKinney brothers.
I don't want to roll with anybody. I'd be easy to beat, man. I got a lot of elbow issues right. Anyways, all
Nuno,
I laughed.
right.
I laughed at you.
you
I'm
provide negative energy. I'll explain it
negative
later.
aura,
You've
level
destroyed,
negative
you've destroyed
aura.
this show today.
I'm sorry
And
that I'm
perhaps,
responding.
perhaps the entire season.
You know what?
I hope
I
not.
don't like your attitude.
I hope they can overcome it because right now I'm gonna almost have to pick A&M when I was gonna pick UTSA to cover. I picked UTSA to cover and A&M to win by 17 to 41-24, 38, 17, 38-20. Like I think UTSA kind of moves the ball and scores. So I don't know about 24, but scores some. I'd say like a 38-17 type game, 34-17. I think A&M scores a little more though. I think they get near 40.
I got us with 4 touchdowns, 3 field goals, whatever that math equals to. 37.
Yeah.
37-14. We win decisively, but 24. It's a lot to cover. I don't know a ton about UTSA, but they're not like some scrub team. I feel like they're better than
talent.
scrub. So that's my pick.
Yeah.
They're one of the better
37-14
teams for sure.
Yeah, I think if you had
Which is a big win. Like
if you had
24
a
is a
group
lot.
of 5 ranking system,
They'd be a top 10.
I think they would be this year.
They'd be a
We
top
be
10.
wrong. They could end up being a 7-5. But I think,
Preseason, you would probably put them top 10.
I think they would.
I'm gonna go A&M. I know that is a lot to cover, and I've gone back and forth but I mean something just tells me like A&M's going to put up over 40 against an all 11 new starting D.
God,
I'm trying to think if we hit 41, can they score more than 20? I don't think so.
yeah, that's. I
don't think so.
I get what you're saying. I really do. That was where I was torn. But if you're going to give me 24 and even a half in a season opener, then not to mention that even if it is a comfortable A&M lead early in the second half, and then you start bringing in, then that's when you're really playing young guys. So like, if you're going to give me all that, I'll go. But I think we walk away feeling good about where they're at the weekend.
For sure.
But I just don't think it's going to be just smooth cakewalk 4 quarters win by 31.
No. I mean, even the 2020 year when we had a veteran team, we barely got out of that Vanderbilt game.
That's true.
So I mean, you never know. The first game, things happen.
Well, this was great. That was
love
fun. I liked it.
Look good. I
like that enthusiasm.
Let's do it.
It just felt weird.
Yeah, I would
The work
invite.
environment Billy creates here.
I would invite
the
him.
tension.
I would invite him to lunch, but now what would you call it? Elon Musk, what does he do?
Yeah.
What's
He
he
just fires people.
He doesn't hang
Camaraderie
out.
is what?
No, we don't want camaraderie.
Camaraderie is frowned upon.
No, but what is the saying you said?
Oh, I don't. He
It
doesn't
sucks
like.
productivity or something.
Yeah, it ceases to
Camaraderie is the
limit
enemy
true
of
feedback.
Camaraderie is the enemy of productivity. So therefore, you're not invited
You know
to
what?
lunch.
You're not invited
'Cause
to
I
work
want-
out with me anymore.
Because I want us to
Why?
be-
Because he's so weak.
No,
I want us to
it's
be
just
productive.
chatterbox.
Oh goodness,
you know?
say less.
Yeah.
I can
I'm
imagine.
gonna work out with Bronny. He doesn't say anything. Oh wait, never mind.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody. Bye.